Welcome to the Editor's Note Comics Podcast.
I think that this world, it needs men that are willing to make the hard call.
Central Maine's best comics podcast, by default.
Ain't no thing like me, except me.
Here are your hosts, Zach and Jared.
Maps come with me. No. When do we start?
Welcome back. Not only are we back, we're back at home.
Well, back in your home.
No, yeah.
My second home.
No more mobile shows.
Yeah, I mean, it was a neat change of pace, but
For the guy doing the editing,
no.
sound quality was crap. Sorry about that, everyone.
Oh, well, you learn. You live and learn.
Now we know. That's why we're surrounded by foam here.
Yes, and a dog and a cat.
The foam cat. Well, they're soft. Sounds won't bounce off of them.
Well, yeah, I guess not.
In the foam palace that we exist in down here.
It's the padded room that I much desire and require for myself right now, probably, so.
I always get a kick out of what I see TV shows, and a lot of times you'll see them faking it, especially like in sci-fi shows. Like I know Star Trek has done it a ton. If you look around the room, you're like, that's just recording foam.
Oh, yeah.
Like you were just dampening sounds, and you're not even hiding it.
Nope, because even echoes happen in the 24th century.
I get a big kick out of that.
I like it. I appreciate it.
Soundproof and foam, baby. It's over there.
I like it.
Good news.
Yes?
Only if you shop at the store, so I'll make it brief.
Okay.
Looks like this road construction is nearly done.
I know, they just got to do the top coating soon, and...
Next week. They're doing the paving next week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But it's not been nearly as extensive or as disruptive as the last one.
Yeah, it's even so, the second they started up again, I was like, oh, good. I felt it immediately.
My friend the backhoe is here.
Oh, man, you just feel like, if you're just looking at sales, you're like, oh, look, that's when construction started again.
Well, at least you have a fancy granite walkway and sidewalk, crosswalk.
But this is almost done forever.
The long national nightmare is almost over.
Oh, God. So rejoice and come shop with me.
Oh, you should have a construction ending sale.
No.
No?
I just had a big sale. Can't just give things away.
You're not giving them away.
You know what I mean.
I know.
I think that's probably it for the preamble, so that's good news for me. Good news for sound quality.
Yeah.
You don't need that for this show. It's for a different show.
Oh, okay.
It's for this show. It's just not this week.
So you said it was for this show.
Did
you call me an idiot?
No. Stop.
You're correct. That is.
I am taking the bell away from you.
You
can't use it until the game.
Oh.
Which we're not doing this week.
Oh.
I also didn't prep one, so we definitely can't.
Oh.
But from there, as we do each and every week, let's get into the pop culture news.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
It's time for the news.
Before I forget, because we just watched it, Batman Hush had its first trailer, an animated film.
Yeah, it was Batman Rushed, it seemed like, with the CG.
Ooh, yeah, that was rough. It looked like I was watching the animated series in the early 90s when they were like, look at the CG shot of a car. Isn't that amazing?
It's like a CG on matte.
Or like, it looked like the Spider-Man animated series opening credits. Do you remember those?
Yes, I do.
Like, Spider-Man, Spider. Okay, maybe stop.
Yeah, you need to. You're embarrassing yourself.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And those look. It looks like that. The second they showed it, like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's jarring.
You did make that. I was here with the first time you watched it, and you did make that audible gasp.
In a good way. I was like,
it was more of a.
This isn't great.
Gasp of horror.
We also don't remember if you've ever read Hush.
No, I
we
mean...
couldn't figure it out. Have we? Have we not? I don't remember. We definitely did The Long Halloween, which is Hush-esque.
We did that.
We'll see how Hush works as a movie, because a lot of what Hush is, a lot of times people are like, what should I read for like the first time, blah, blah, blah. Hush is a good one, because every single issue is a different main villain in Batman's Rogues Gallery, and that's the issue.
Oh.
You get the one villain, but there's still an overarching story.
Then I haven't read Rush. Or Hush.
It's really solid, though. Was it Jim Lee, Jeff Loeb, great story. But is this going to have the problem that, let's say, The Hobbit had?
Too many dwarves.
More in that The Hobbit is episodic.
Too many dwarves.
I mean, yeah, you name all of them.
Nori, Ori, Gloin, Doin, Biffer, Boffer, Bumber.
You made up one.
I did make up one, but I had Thorin, Balin, Dwalin. I'm doing pretty good.
You're not doing bad, except for the one you made up.
Oh, which one was that?
Doin.
Oh, whatever. Doin is from the southern part of Moria. He doesn't get out often.
But I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work, because Hush, if you did it as like a, mini series or something, it would probably work better in that format. We'll see. It looks like crap, though. so I'm probably not going to watch it.
Not even gonna.
I was not wowed.
Not even gonna red box it.
Sometimes I do that with the Batman movies.
Like a sick day. I don't feel well. I'm gonna red box this.
Maybe. That's the only way I'm doing it. Some of the anime movies are really great. A lot of them are pretty mediocre. This looks like it's going to fall into the mediocre side. I don't know if you saw this week, but Game of Thrones is almost over.
I've heard.
And everyone's loving it.
I know. It's driving people crazy. There's a lot of Twitter reaction.
No, everyone hates it.
I know everyone's going crazy. There's a lot of Twitter reaction.
It's fun watching hardcore character assassination and some real bitch endings.
Well, I haven't watched any Game of Thrones, so
That's fine.
Don't spoil it for me, Jon Snow.
You could. You named a character.
Yeah, you're a real
Doyne.
Doyne.
Doyne Snow himself.
Doyne is related to Tyrion Lannister. Yeah, I know 2 characters. And Sean Bean, but he died.
Yes, he did. Spoilers. But while all of this pretty negative reaction to Game of Thrones is coming out, when we talked about Disney to release their slate for the next number of years, there were Star Wars movies starting up in 2021, and we heard rumor of, or we were actually flat out told that there were 2 trilogies being worked on, one by Rian Johnson and another one by the Game of Thrones guys. And to appease the internet, it's revealed that the one that's coming out next is the Game of Thrones guys one, right when they're at the peak of their power. And by the peak, I mean where everyone kind of hates them and they don't like how the show's ending.
And all the weird camera angles and lighting and...
Yeah, weird choices were made.
Yeah, well, it's Game of Thrones, baby.
I mean, 1, bad timing. But 2, they haven't said officially one way or the other if the Rian Johnson one is happening or not.
Oh.
I 100% want the Rian Johnson one to happen. Not just because I like The Last Jedi, but because I don't want internet dweebs to win.
Am I technically an internet dweeb? I don't really complain about things on social media.
No, as long as no, because you're not screaming as like a massive detractor about how The Last Jedi killed your childhood.
I am I have an internet star. I'm a local internet celebrity with some sort of digital footprint and clout.
But I don't know. I hope we'll see. I mean, more Star Wars. I'll watch it, of course.
Yeah,
but I do hope Rian Johnson still gets the chance to do his stuff more just to shut people up. Not that it'll shut them up; they'll just come out and scream at it. But I don't want them to be shouting, "We won!"
No.
Shut up, nerds.
Do not. It's more fun when they lose and they can complain.
Is it more fun? Can't everyone just be nice?
No.
I just have them going, "Shut up, nerds."
See, you win by being able to say, "Shut up, nerds."
Well,
everybody wins.
Whenever I see something on social media that's negative and dumb and people are being all boisterous, especially in certain groups, I just want to write in response, social media is for losers. And then I realize I'd be saying it on social media, so then I write nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of like you've doubled yourself up.
I know. I don't.
You're doubling down really hard on that, Zach.
I don't want to be a hypocrite, so I just can't be like, social media is for losers and none of this matters. But then by saying it on social media...
Yeah, that's kind of like, it's very much, would it be an oxymoron? Would that be, it'd be more like...
hypocritical.
Yeah, hypocritical. I almost said Hippocratic, but you're not a doctor.
No. So I guess the point of this story is...
Don't be an internet dweeb.
Don't be negative on the internet.
All right.
This is a man with a podcast.
I can't wait to see who, for the first third of this run, was negative about everything. Your character was the grumpy guy.
I know. I really.
You were what you're describing. There was a lot of things that we did early that you did not like. People commented on it. Like, does Zach like anything? I said alcohol.
I don't even remember. It's been too long, and I'm not going to go back.
Because you like alcohol.
And that's how you erase the memories, kids.
Yeah. You drink to forget.
All that you are, you're some part of yourself. But if you drink those memories away, then those things never happened in your reality, so don't worry about them.
That's all I got to say.
Marvel Comics has announced something that's going to be weird, but it's also definitely a money-making scheme. I mean, that's what every business is, so I can't call it a scheme. They have a thing to make money. Marvel has announced Marvel Comics 1000 in the wake of Action Comics 1000 and Detective Comics 1000 that sold a ton of copies.
Let's just put the number 1000 on everything.
What the hell is it a 1000 of?
Would that make my Subaru Outback cooler if it was a Subaru Outback 1000?
Probably.
All right. I don't think it would make your little Fiesta any cooler, though.
Spanish party.
Fiesta 1000.
Yeah, so Marvel Comics 1000, if you've been reading Marvel, you've seen all these ads of just saying, like, kind of superstar writer and artist, and all that is it's going to be for this one book. They've released a cover, and they've released the creative teams. It's going to be massive, whatever it is, because unless everyone's doing, like, a page.
How does one say 1000 in Spanish?
I don't know.
Uno thousand?
Probably not.
Let's see. Okay, Google. 1000 in Spanish.
Here is information from intro2spanish.com.
Ooh, un mil mil.
That was definitely mispronounced.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
But So there's a lot of great creatives that are coming aboard to it. Marvel has been accused of not having equal employment opportunities because there's like, I don't know, like 50 people working on this and like 3 of them are women. So not the best look. On the other hand, a lot of great creatives, but the one that stood out to me the most is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, you were saying that. Lou Alcindor himself.
He's kind of having
a renaissance?
Yeah, he's a writer now. He's also going to be a show I never watched, and I probably won't, but on the Veronica Mars reboot, he's on the writing staff there.
Is he really?
Yeah, I guess
Wow.
He's just a pop culture writer now.
Good for him.
One of the greatest basketball players of all time, and now he writes for TV and comics. I mean, why not pivot if you can, if you're talented enough? Good for him. It's just it's a name you see, and you're like, I know you from a different thing.
Yeah, from being a really good basketball player.
And in occasional movies. And now he's a writer. Why not? Why not have a third career?
I like it. Reinvent yourself again.
Yeah, screw it. It's just one of those times where I'm like, so he's doing comics now. I know he's doing TV. Here's good news coming out of bad news.
Oh, wow. That's nice. It's a welcome change.
Well documented on this show was all of the weirdness of kind of the last 2 years of Stan Lee's life.
Yes.
Well, now the individual who was his kind of handler, Kia Morgan, has been charged with multiple counts of elder abuse.
I mean, the way you sold it to me, like, this is good news coming out of bad news, it's still bad news. I mean, it's terrible that this is something that...
We all knew that he was a victim of elder abuse, and the fact that someone is going to be hopefully paying for these allegations is a positive.
Yes, and I think it does kind of bring to light that's a real problem in this country. It's a real problem everywhere.
And that was high profile, and everyone knew about it. Still, nothing really changed until the last couple of months of his life.
Yeah.
So, good. If these allegations are true, use the word allegations, make sure we're legally safe. If the allegations are true...
There you go. You don't want to slander anybody.
Then, I think it was like 10 counts. Absolutely give them all 10.
Well, I mean, if they can prove all 10.
Yes.
Again, he allegedly was engaged in elder abuse.
Okay, well, this doesn't have... I don't have to say allegedly with this. He has a really shitty Twitter account.
No, allegedly.
A lot of holier-than-thou bullshit, so,
Doesn't mean it's a crappy one. It just means...
Oh, no. His Twitter.
And that's Zach with a social commentary on...
Don't have to say allegedly
the events
about
of
that.
the day.
That's just an opinion.
Yeah, it is an opinion.
And a factual one.
No, you can't have a factual opinion.
I control the editing.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it a factual opinion. There's no such thing as a factual opinion. You have an opinion based on facts.
The horror movie phenomenon, had its trailer for its second movie.
A naked old woman runs across the kitchen.
I thought that was kind of hilarious. That first movie made $1 bazillion.
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's very well done. It's not very scary, but they do good character work in that movie. There was never a moment
not a lot of jump scare.
I just never felt tense watching it. It's very well done. And I was a little disappointed when I first watched it because there was just so much hype around it. It's like, all right, what am I settling in for? I'm like, pretty good character pieces. All right. In hindsight, I'm like, I think I actually liked it more than I did kind of on my initial viewing.
Yeah.
Just with the, because it wasn't what I thought I was getting into when I watched it. But yeah, the second trailer looks really good. It looks better than the first movie.
The first trailer was really a good little piece of exposition.
Oh, there's some exhibition in there too.
Oh yeah, there was.
With a nude old woman.
With a sucking chest wound.
With Jessica Chastain or possibly Bryce Dallas Howard. It's one of those two, though.
Probably Jessica Chastain.
They look the same.
But also there was some other Bill Hader's in it.
Yep.
And
McAvoy. The only one that I forget which character is which now. Because they had done a TV movie in the early 90s, and they had a bunch of, obviously, like, they had the kids in there, and then...
Okay, when you say they did a TV movie in the early 90s, like, you're very dismissive of it. It was the definitive It. Tim Curry.
I thought the book was. It still is.
Okay, fair enough. It was the definitive live action It.
But all those, for the most part, I don't think the kids went on to do anything except for Seth Green. So I was kind of hoping they were going to bring Seth Green back as one of the adults.
You don't know that he might not come back in some form.
I doubt it. I mean, they
You're
show
probably
all
right.
Them. Also, one of them kills themselves very early on. Doesn't count as a spoiler because the book's been out since the 70s or the 80s.
Okay, wow. So does this movie is the second half of It?
Well, it isn't. The book isn't structured like this. It goes back and forth between the 50s and the 80s versus this one is the 80s and now.
Oh, okay. I never read It.
It's very long.
I've seen that it's long. Not as long as The Stand.
No, especially not the uncut Stand. That one's even longer.
Yes.
But yeah, the stuff that they're doing, that scene with the old lady of Beverly going back to her old home, that's right out of the book. I'll be curious to see if anyone wants to throw on an accent for this movie.
They did that when the Stephen King miniseries were a thing.
Because McAvoy, he's got to go and do an American accent. Is he going to go all the way and do Maine?
Did you see this today, by the way? Speaking of a Maine accent, this is great serendipity in the show.
Yes, I did see it, and I thought, in what universe?
So, hold on one second.
I can tell you what it is.
Oh, yeah, Maine is like the fourth sexiest accent.
According to a national survey, Maine has the fourth sexiest accent. I'm like,
yeah?
According to who?
Somebody who's been drinking a lot of Fireball.
A lot of Allen's coffee brandy.
Yeah, both of those things.
I finally got around to watching Castle Rock.
Yes.
Which takes place in Oxford County. Where I spent my formative years, by the way. But they also show a lot of drinking, and I didn't see any Fireball or Allen's coffee brandy, so there's no truth in that art.
Or Moxie.
There was Moxie.
And WZON, which is a real thing.
Yes, they did. They did have the radio station out of Bangor.
Yes.
There's a sticker.
Was it ZON or KIT?
I'd have to rewatch it.
Probably KIT. Who knows? I don't know.
I think it was, but I'd have to... The point, what I was trying to make is a very recent Stephen King thing. No one really tried to do the accent, so I'm curious if they're going to try and do it with it.
Well, remember Storm of the Century? They tried to do Maine accents?
Never saw it.
What?
We've been over this. I never saw it.
Why not?
I'll get around to it eventually.
It's been out almost 20 years.
I'm working my way through Stephen King.
I see that.
One piece at a time.
Yeah, they're long. But you've watched Green Mile.
I've also read Green Mile.
I've never read any Stephen King.
I know, because you and books.
You know, I'll have time to read when I'm older.
But yeah, so It Chapter 2, I think it looks good. I just want to see a Maine accent and some Fireball whiskey because that's what...
Have you ever had Fireball whiskey?
I've had Fireball. I've never had Allen's coffee brandy.
Oh.
Fireball is disgusting.
And you say that your formative years were in Oxford County. They put that in the children's bottles up there, don't they?
I've never had it, but based on the caliber of person that drinks it, I don't think I have any interest in it.
Come on, there are plenty of fine people that drink Allen's coffee brandy.
I doubt it. Moving on.
It's the champagne of Maine, Zachary. Or in some people's minds, an epidemic. You be the judge. Oh, did I tell you, did you ever hear the statistic that at one point there was enough Allen's coffee brandy sold in Maine for one bottle for every man, woman, and child in the state?
Disgusting.
There you go.
I assume. Again, haven't tried it. Not gonna.
Well, there's a bottle out there waiting for you statistically.
Hey, back to comics.
Okay.
Every X-Men title has been canceled.
Has it been X'd out?
Yes, which I think is a good thing. They've said that they've known about this since last summer, but the line has been floundering of hair. And the guy who's taking it over, Jonathan Hickman, who kind of rebooted Fantastic Four and Avengers in big positive ways. And if you liked Infinity War, a good chunk of that was his. But basically, he went to Marvel and said, I'm only going to do this if you cancel everything.
Oh, okay.
So it's nice to put other people out of work.
Wow.
But what he was coming in with was saying, like, all of the big moments in X-Men history, it's not just about having a new number one. It's about, like, a line-changing moment, and that's when the book is redefined for a new generation. And I would say the X-Men, it also, with all the ads that Marvel's been running, I would say the X-Men haven't been redefined since 2001.
That's a long time.
With Grant Morrison's new X-Men, and then Whedon's Astonishing after that, and, you know,
Not to be
quality has been up and down since then.
Not to be confused with the with Van Morrison.
No.
Oh, okay, just checking.
There was no brown-eyed girl in this. I'm sure that one of the X-Men has brown eyes.
Or Moondance.
I'm trying to think if there's a character called Moondance. I came up with Moon Dragon and Moonstar, but no Moondance that I can think of.
Oh, right. Moondance we shall.
Maybe, I bet there's a random character they're called Moondance. I just don't know.
Oh, well, one can hope.
But yeah, everything's getting canceled and rebooted under House of X and Powers of X, and he's really good, so, you know, I'm all for it. And like I said, the line has been kind of, not doing too good. So whatever.
Time for something fresh and new.
Scrap it all. Be the new Grant Morrison. I mean, he was that for Fantastic Four. His Fantastic Four run, I would say, is the third best run of Fantastic Four since 1961. So that's not bad.
Wow. I really have no other reaction to it than wow.
Also, if you listen to my other show, you might have known that, you know, me and my wife, we've done all the Buffy and Angel and Firefly comics that were chronological. This week, Boom Studios put out an announcement. They're going to be releasing all of the Angel comics chronologically.
Wow, I feel like there was a podcast about that.
Yeah, I do too. I feel like that was a very specific word they used. I'm like, if only someone had this idea.
Oh, well, good for you.
And to be fair, I know that people who work at that studio are aware of that podcast, and it's also, you know, relatively successful. Definitely the most successful one out there in that topic, but do they owe me cash?
Well,
did they just steal my idea?
Technically, you're using the fair use law in order to review their property, and now you've just given them an idea. It's not like you tried to market or, you know, patent that idea, so no, you're screwed.
They almost used my tagline as their press release.
Really?
It's like, come on.
No, they don't owe you they don't owe you a damn cent.
It's like, I mean, it's a cool idea. I'm glad they're doing it. Be a nice, cheap way to pick up some things that have been out of print for a while, but at the same time, it was just like, huh.
But you know what? You can kind of market yourself around it. I'm the real guy behind this idea.
Just one man screaming on Twitter, "This is mine!"
You should be like, look, I'll go back in time and prove that I started talking about this before this was a thing. Look at me.
Well, they own it all now. Oh, I didn't write this down to really look into it. Only read a headline. Apparently, or Disney owns Hulu now.
Oh, well, that's way to bury the lead.
Sorry. Apparently, yeah, Disney's taking over everything now. I knew they had a controlling interest, but now apparently they have a full interest.
They're very interested in Hulu. They have all of the interests.
I mean,
how do you spell monopoly? MICKEYMOUSE.
I mean, I guess it's probably in their best interest to keep Hulu going, because then if you get people to be spending
money on Hulu and
Disney Plus,
and yeah,
instead of just having everyone do Disney Plus, like Disney Plus and another one. Monopolies, baby. That's how comics work. That's how pop culture works.
This is the new cable TV of our era.
And that's also how the internet, my store, and home work. I don't have choices. It's just monopolized.
Yep, pretty much.
I live in a world of monopolies.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I haven't gone straight to jail yet.
You live in a world of park places, and you can't even afford Mediterranean Ave.
Is that the first one?
I think so, or Baltic. Baltic
I
might
don't
be the first
remember.
one. I don't know.
It's been a while since I played Monopoly.
Hey, come on. Doyne would know. Doyne rules.
But I think that's it for all of the pop culture news that's out there. So.
Yes. Oh, boy. Here we go again.
People love these, by the way.
No, allegedly. I don't know if people really love them.
From the Iron Patriot to the Patriots, it's now time to go to Jared's Sports Reports.
He's running down the middle by the 50. He's at the 30. Bare-chested. The guy is drunk, but there he goes. Oh, and they tackle him at the 40-yard line.
It's time for another Jared Sports Report.
All right. Well, I'll start off with some Patriots news.
Some nudes, some Patriots
nudes. Well, actually, I can tie that story in there. A judge has ruled that the video
of Robert, you actually did tie it in.
The video of Robert Kraft at the Orchids of Asia Day Spa cannot be released or used or admitted as evidence because it wasn't done properly as far as like innocent people getting filmed and things like that. So thank God we'll never have to see. Well, at some point somebody's going to get their hands on that film and release it. Let's be honest. But for now, we don't have to test our willpower and common sense of not watching that video when it eventually makes its way onto the internet.
We all do.
Bobby Six Rings.
Boy, gross.
And other Patriots news, Ben Watson. Ben Coates is really probably past the ability to play football. Benjamin Watson, a former New England Patriots tight end, is coming back to New England, baby.
Is that a position that needs to get filled?
Well, since Gronk retired, yeah, they could use some help at that position. I'll be interested to see how they use him. More of a blocking back and not send him out for passes. Don't know, but Ben Watson coming back to New England.
That's right. One Aaron Rodgers guest starred Game of Thrones in a cameo.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good for him.
Based on how that episode went, he probably died.
Oh, well, probably more successful season in Game of Thrones than he did at the Green Bay Packers last year. Let's see, what else? The Celtics got eliminated last week.
Boy, did they.
It was, yeah, well, on to the offseason. A lot of interest on whether Kyrie Irving will be back or not.
Maybe we'll talk about that soon.
Yes. Let's see what else. The Red Sox have really come to life here. They're above 500, and the Boston Bruins heading into tonight here on Tuesday, going into Game 3 of their best-of-7 Eastern Conference Finals series.
Good.
They're looking very, very good. A 5-2 win and a 6-1 win, 6-2 win, so good for them.
And I think the greatest basketball shot of our lifetime happened.
I don't know if it's the greatest shot of our life. One of the more dramatic. Yeah, there's never been a buzzer beater Game 7 winner.
I would say it's the most dramatic shot since Derek Fisher had the .4 in like 2001-ish.
Yeah.
Area.
No, I think it was dramatic is better than... Yeah, I think dramatic is the right word because it just...
No, that shot...
It hit everything and then just...
So if you didn't see the shot, 76ers, Toronto Raptors, tie game 90-90, 2.5 seconds left. Kawhi Leonard, the robot with a New Balance steal, lets up a shot, hits the rim, bounces 4 times before going in. The only Game 7 buzzer beater in history. If someone did this in a movie, you would say it's too unrealistic.
Yeah, that's why I think it's the most dramatic. I don't know if it's the greatest. I mean, if the Raptors go on to win, then yes, you could probably say that's probably the greatest and most critical shot in franchise history.
Of our lifetime, I think that might be the craziest shot I've ever seen.
But Jordan nailing that shot to clinch the finals, his 6th, the crossover, hit it, fade away. off into the sunset for the second time.
Fine, in the last 20 years.
See? I told you. I could come up with one. That's why the whole... I think when it comes to greatest ever, you've got to wait and have some time and perspective. You can't just lay that out there as it's the greatest ever. It happened less than 72 hours ago. You can't say that. That's why I still like, is Tom Brady the greatest quarterback ever? Probably, but we haven't had time to sit back and really know what life without Tom Brady in the NFL is like.
Can you think of a crazier shot since Derek Fisher?
Not off the top of my head, but...
That one was nuts.
For the moment that it was,
sorry, I was
what
talking
it
about
did.
I was talking about Derek Fisher for a second, but yeah, this one's insane.
Yeah, for the moment, I mean, you got to look at it and quantify it. The moment, the situation, the only thing that would have made it better is if they were down 1 or down 2. But it was a tie game, so really, the worst thing that was going to happen to them in that situation was going to go to overtime. Yeah, so I think
I don't know. Kawhi showed an emotion.
Yeah,
so that's special.
It is
because robot.
But
look up video of him trying to laugh. He doesn't understand.
That's why I struggle calling it the greatest shot in NBA history.
I didn't say in history
of all time.
I said in our lifetime.
That's about a good deal of the NBA.
And then I retracted it to 20 years.
Yeah, after I came up with the Jordan drop.
So, still in the last 20, that's not bad.
I wouldn't
it's
maybe
one of the all-time greats. I feel like you're really underplaying. No matter
No.
I'm
just trying to be.
Shots.
I am trying to be a realist about it. Maybe that Jordan shot was one of the more iconic shots of all time. Call it the greatest shot in our lifetime. I don't know. It's certainly on the short list.
I was gonna say we could put it in top 5.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most dramatic playoff moments ever. I'll give it that. It was certainly a dramatic playoff moment. But again, I think
boom, 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 in.
See, I think had it been, granted it's for the win, and it's a phenomenal moment, and it's going to be on highlight reels for the rest of the NBA.
But it was also against Embiid as a defender. That is a big mismatch.
Yes. But ultimately, though, I think a little bit more time will tell, but certainly one of the most dramatic shots.
No, that shot was just nuts. And now, that's going to be Bucks Raptors. Whoever can beat Golden State, that's the team for me.
Well, better put your money on the Bucks. The young Bucks.
I don't know. After that shot, I kind of wanted to go to the Raptors. I want them to continue the high of that shot.
That would be phenomenal. Like if that,
I think I'm cheering for the moment.
That would
add
to the significance because then the Raptors would win the title, and that shot would be one of the penultimate reasons why.
Yeah, I think
that would increase that would turn that into something bigger and bigger. It's too early to. If they go out and they get swept in 4, yeah, it's a great shot, but they did nothing with it. So
did I bring the iPad down here?
No,
I'm gonna go get that. So is that it for sports reports?
That's it for sports reports.
All right. Spent a lot of time on that shot. You tearing it down.
Tearing
down that great moment.
Whatever. I'll go get the iPad so we can do our Jared's Reading Corner.
It's time for Jared's Reading Corner.
It's Jared's Reading Corner.
Now, if you were here last week, we said we were going to be doing the movie Steel because it's the NBA playoffs, in case you didn't know.
Oh, it is, yes.
Well, I forgot about that.
Oh, that's fine. It worked out better this way.
So I switched topics, so we were going to, I guess Steel will be next week. And this week instead, we're going to do Thanos' most infamous crappy story from Spidey Super Stories, number 39.
Ooh, okay. Yes. Tell me more.
I will tell you a little bit more.
Okay.
Back in the 70s, as a precursor to a lot of what we saw growing up on PBS, there was the Electric Company.
I remember little bits of that. Like, I know of it.
That's about as far
reruns.
As... I don't know if I ever even saw reruns. I don't remember watching it. I'm just aware of it as being like a precursor show to a lot of stuff that we saw.
Like Sesame Street?
Yeah. But the Electric Company was a show aimed at kids, and one of the features that they had in there was Spider-Man. And I watched, I'm not even going to say 5 minutes because it was that boring.
Okay.
It was just like a guy dressed as Spider-Man, and you had to read his thought balloons, and he fought a guy. It was really bad and really boring. But the spinoff is Spidey Super Stories, which is a book aimed at younger readers. Most of them are worth nothing. I think I have most of the run in the store, or I've had most of it at one point or another. It's all pretty worthless. Like the first one's worth a little bit, and then it just goes down to like nothing pretty quickly.
You know who's on the first 2 seasons of Electric Company?
No, Bill Cosby.
Correct.
I actually did know that. I had to think about it. You don't get the bell yet.
You were correct.
I regret buying the bells.
Why did you buy 2?
Because there's going to be 2 people playing the game.
But we had the same ring-in sound.
Yeah, but that's how I'll be able to identify it. I can say, if you're ringing first, I'll go, okay, Jared.
Oh, okay. I still think that was cool that I gave you the ding, 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 ding on the Bill Cosby. Anyway, Spidey Stories Electric Company.
Connecting it more to comic books, Joss Whedon's father also wrote on this show.
Okay.
Who then, did the Avengers and Age of Ultron, which everybody loves.
Not Joss Whedon's father.
I actually do. I like that movie.
Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I like it a lot. A lot of people hate that movie. But yeah, so his dad wrote on the Electric Company, which spun off Spidey Super Stories.
Okay.
But since Thanos is still the biggest bad in theaters right now, although I think something beat it this weekend. What was it?
That didn't take long.
It was like week 3.
I thought it was going to last a little bit longer than that.
Something big came out this week. I forget what it is.
Still $2 billion later.
Oh, it was Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu knocked it out.
What?
That movie was always going to make gangbusters.
That's fair.
It's supposed to be fine. I'll never watch it.
Plus, everybody that was going to see that has already seen Avengers twice.
I know. I got to go back for my second go around at IMAX.
I know. I got to get the IMAX.
I don't think I can do it this weekend. It'll probably have to be next.
Well, I'll find time in my life if I ever have any time. Anyway.
Just timing-wise, whatever. So, Spidey Super Stories is full of 3 exciting tales.
And we're going to read one about
We're skipping
cat.
2 of them. One of them's about women's rights, and the other one's about the Impossible Man. Who cares? We're doing the one about Thanos.
All right. So, anyway, Thanos has the Cosmic Cube. Yeah, the Tesseract.
Created for him by the scientists at AIM, Advanced Idea Mechanics. They like to wear beekeepers' masks for science.
I had AIM once. I wonder if I could find my old AIM profile, what my last away message
was. Oh, that thing. I had to think for a second. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you left away messages with your phone number in it.
I never did. I remember I like to just do like fun, like I remember one of my favorite ones to leave up for an away message just said frolicking.
That's a good one. That's solid. Anyway, Thanos is frolicking around with the Cosmic Cube.
Hang on, I gotta skip to...
Yeah, get to the right part.
Where we are. The Cat in the Cosmic Cube, later to be known as Hellcat. Patsy Walker, you may have seen her in such shows as Jessica Jones. 3rd season out, eventually. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I forgot to mention one other story.
Oh, gosh. Let's do it.
Because just Marvel TV. So, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., their last season, they acknowledged that Thanos was coming to Earth and Thanos had landed.
Yes.
And this show takes place 1 year later.
Okay.
Where the current season is. They are off the reservation. They don't reference it at all. Everyone's fine.
Okay.
Isn't that amazing?
The snap fixed everything. The unsnapping.
The unsnapping hasn't happened. That hasn't happened for 5 years.
Oh, well, okay.
The show has literally just gone, we have acknowledged every step of this for 5 years. We're not doing that anymore. And a lot of people are mad about that. I say that is the most comic book thing they could do. They kind of acknowledge a big event, but still just keep on trucking away. That's the most comic book thing that show could do. Yes. I have no faith in the show, though.
Okay. Back to the Cat in the Cosmic Cube.
Thanos is after Patsy Walker, Hellcat. But how is he after her?
In one
of his most infamous moments, Thanos is chasing her in a branded helicopter.
This is Thanos right on the tail. I don't
Where the hell did he get a branded helicopter?
He got it from the Cosmic Cube because it does whatever he wants it to do. Make me a branded helicopter, and it did.
But he's trying to get it.
Yeah.
Did the beekeepers make it for him?
I don't know, but it's his whirlybird is.
He has a Thanos copter.
I love how it's like, in case you didn't realize who this big purple guy was, it's Thanos.
Because he has a helicopter. A man from space.
Well,
A spaceman. He's like, I have spaceships, but a helicopter. Not good enough. A helicopter with my name on it. That's how you know it's for Thanos.
Yes.
Whatever. Patsy Walker, she's trying to juggle the Cosmic Cube.
Can't do it.
Which apparently has been sprayed down with WD-40 because no one can grab this damn thing.
It's slick. It's icy. It falls into an alleyway.
And oh man, do you like puns?
This is full of all the puns.
If you dislike them, this isn't the comic for you. I'm not going to do all the dialogue because we'd be here all day just reading every line, every single one. That's unfair.
Yeah.
Every 2 out of 3.
Most of them.
Is a pun.
A strong majority.
Terrible, terrible puns.
Oh yeah, there's some bad ones.
Patsy Walker drops the cube. She's like, oops, I dropped the Cosmic Cube. No use crying over spilled milk. And Thanos goes, I'll cream you later, cat.
Yeah, I just kind of glossed over that. I just accepted it as a thing. Because then the speedy skater comes along with his kick-ass hat. It's got a feather in the top. It's like an Archie hat.
He has a Jughead hat.
Yeah, Jughead.
I know nothing about Archie, by the way.
No, but Jughead's hat did not have a cool-ass feather in it. I'll tell you that right now.
So he crashes into Hellcat. He's like, are you okay? And she's like, sure, I'm still purring.
He also, totally accidentally grabs her.
So she's asked this young boy, like, do you know where the Cosmic Cube is? He's like, no. She's like, then I'm off.
And immediately, what does he do? Finds the cosmic cube. Oh, it was here all along.
It was under his hat, his fun hat.
It's a fun hat. I wish I had a hat like that. Anyways, he uses the cosmic cube and all of its powers to do things like conjure up ice cream, which immediately draws Thanos near, who's just lurking behind a street corner. Because, as you want to do.
And it just so happens
Peter Parker and Mary Jane are going through a stroll in the park.
And we see Thanos manhandling a young boy.
Yeah, and what does Peter Parker do? Absolutely nothing.
He runs away.
Well, typical Peter, because then the cat comes out of nowhere.
And Thanos goes, "Scat, cat!"
And then conjures up a dog to scare away the cat, because that's not, stereotypical. Mary Jane's like, "Hey, Peter, you should do something. Peter, you're gone." But is he? Because he thwip into the screen.
He conjures up a dog that's slightly bigger than your average dog.
Yes.
Not that big. Not unreasonably big, but
No, it looks bigger.
Bigger
It looks
than
decently
most.
big, yeah. Not Clifford the Big Red Dog big, but certainly not bigger than Marmaduke for certain.
Thanos with a quick one-liner. "Doggone it, cat." And she quickly yells, "Yikes, don't hound me."
I thought you said you weren't going to read all of these.
I might have changed my mind. No, I'm skipping some of them. Some of them suck.
Yeah. So anyway, Spider-Man and Thanos, they...
Darn that dirty dog, I'm a cornered kitty.
Oh my God.
So the dog is about to get...
It's enough to make me want to punch myself in the face.
Hellcat. How will Spider-Man stop the slightly larger than average dog?
He kicks him in the back of the head.
Yeah, it's a quick kick.
Yeah. Not like the dog just runs away. Hopefully the dog is okay. I mean,
I don't think he's okay. Look at his eyes. They've gone googly.
Oh, wow.
They're now askew. They are not in line with one another.
Oh, no, yeah. Maybe he's rabid or something. I don't know.
Spider-Man has incapacitated this dog with his mighty kick.
I mean, in his defense, he's got a lot of momentum as he swings on the web, so it's not just a normal kick. But anyway, the cosmic cube, there was a little earthquake.
Well, Thanos says he's going to shake things up.
Yes.
But he's, too clever for himself, and the earthquake makes him drop the cube. And the three of them crawl on the ground like a bunch of losers, slowly moving towards the cosmic cube.
Yeah. But then, of course, Skateboard Boy comes in, and he conjures grass to come up and tie up Thanos. Plant Man would have done that.
You also skipped over the part where Thanos literally reaching for the cosmic cube. Imagine this in Endgame. Something epic is happening. He's going for the Infinity Gauntlet, and Thanos, with his army behind him, knowing that this could be the Avengers' last battle, goes, "Finders keepers."
He didn't really find it. It's there.
He's doing it. He says it.
I know he says it. It's not. He didn't find anything. It was right there. This is the most ridiculous, dumbass Thanos ever.
Thank God that kid is there to go, "Losers, weepers," and he swipes it.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, this is like the most weak, lame-ass Thanos ever.
And then when Thanos is wrapped up in grass, the police come and arrest him.
Yeah, because handcuffs can contain the Mad Titan, apparently.
And that's it. Thanos is taken away in handcuffs. The Hellcat leaves with the cosmic cube, and Spider-Man goes, "Thanks, Cat, you're a real swinger," which I don't really need to know about her personal life.
No. And he swings away, and then it ends with Peter Parker and Mary Jane. Oh, you missed the action again, because Peter was off calling the cops, which might be legit, because the cops showed up, or the fact that there was 3 super beings fighting over a cosmic cube in Central Park. I don't know.
Now, I know we skipped over 2 of these stories, but this book does end with a little bit of a zinger.
Oh, boy.
Did you look at this?
No.
It's a 1-page joke.
Okay.
Nothing like this exists in the rest of this comic.
You mean something funny and entertaining?
No.
Oh.
They couldn't even waste color on this one.
Okay.
Spider-Man goes up to a farmer. Sounds like a setup. I guess it's a setup for a joke, but, let's use that word liberally.
Okay. A tee-hee.
Why do you name your pig Ink?
I don't know. Why do you name your pig Ink?
And then the farmer, as the pig runs away, goes, "Because it keeps running out of the pen." The pen. Because it has ink in it.
I think I'm having an episode. I taste metal. Isn't that like what you're supposed to like if you taste metal, does that mean like something bad is about to happen to you in your body?
Apparently in Spidey Super Stories, this is called the wit of the web slinger.
There was no wit behind this at all. And
you're supposed to write in, and they literally say, "Send us your riddles and jokes. We'll print the worst ones."
Oh, okay. Oh, here's a real riddle. Whatever happened to these amazing Spidey stories, huh?
They couldn't even use color.
It was that. Well, the ink ran out of the pen. So there.
That was a pretty rough way to end.
It was not. Yeah, it didn't do any favors. Well, that's enough for Jared's reading corner.
This is don't find it.
Don't bother.
It's incredibly dumb unless you're like a big Thanos collector or something. It's this stupidest possible Thanos story we could find.
Yes, it was not good.
As I mentioned before, 2019, the year of the weird and dumb. That's what we're finding all year.
Certainly not normal.
And this one, I think, falls under that category.
Yep, agreed.
Is it weird? Yes. Is it dumb?
Absolutely.
Incredibly. Hope you like puns. It's also super short.
Yeah, thank God.
I mean, it's a super story. There's many.
We spent more time talking about it than it takes to read it.
I guess that'll do it for that. My review is, you just heard the whole thing. You don't need to look it up. You're done.
Yeah, we saved you the trouble of having to suffer through that.
You're informed.
Yes.
Moving on.
Letters to the editors.
Lot of questions, number one. Damn few answers.
Here's another one of your letters to the editors.
Make it so.
If you have any questions you want to have answered.
Yeah, I got a question. Why the hell do I have to read that thing?
It's 10 pages. Get over it.
I did.
If you want to ask us a question about pop culture, comics, all that kind of stuff, send in a tweet. Send in an email, editorsnotecomics@gmail.com, Facebook, or in person if you happen to be at the store. Or this week, I guess we're doing a sports one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't answer it on the Twitter because I knew that this was, I got in trouble last time I answered prematurely.
It was timely, so I wanted to do this one. The question basically was, now that the Celtics season is over, do you give Kyrie the boot, or do you want him back?
That's a tough question. I mean, Kyrie is an elite level talent.
I don't know. My answer is, I don't know.
I think that's a similar answer. You look back to the success they had last year, and they did it without Kyrie, but I think it was a band of misfits who had to do it together. There is such a thing as too much star power. I mean, they've got three guys. Well, they got like six. Actually, they got like six guys that are all playing essentially the same two positions.
There's been a big thing. It's like, oh, this is a deep bench. The reality is it's a deep bench with a lot of pretty good players, but there aren't a lot of like next level players.
Kyrie's the next level player. Gordon Hayward was.
Kyrie's the best ball handler in the league. He's not the best player by any stretch. He's not even top 5, but he's the best ball handler.
I don't know. I think this season was certainly underwhelming. It was disappointing on multiple levels, but I mean...
If he leaves, then what do? You have to build around the new talent, but if he stays, you try and go for Anthony Davis. But that's only a 1-year deal, and Kyrie, if he signs a 5-year, this all goes away, but if he just does like a 1-and-1, then we're going through all this again.
Yeah.
Also, there's all the other free agents. Horford might be gone. I think he'll re-sign. Morris is definitely gone. Rozier is definitely gone. He's been on the news all day.
But I feel like if you're the Celtics, though, find a way to get something done with him, and that way you can get something. At least he doesn't leave, and you don't get nothing.
Yeah, and there's been multiple conflicting reports. Like if you go on, like Stephen A. Smith is like, he's done. I've been texting with like members like in his family, and he's definitely leaving for New York. But then you have other reports. It's like Kyrie's doing massive renovations in his Boston home, so
to sell it,
that's a take. I think he needs to be surrounded with people he can get along with. There was definitely some conflict this year.
You don't say.
I know, right? As much as a lot of this didn't work, I still think I would lean towards keep him if you can.
Yeah.
But if he leaves, I'm also not going to be shocked. If he stays, I'm not going to be shocked. I will have literally no level of surprise no matter what he does. I hope he doesn't try and do
it's
like a 1 year.
It's still too soon. Still too soon to really figure that out, but
yeah, and people talk about like they definitely know what he's doing. He's also, he's in his mid-20s and he seems to change his mind every 20 minutes.
It's a real committed answer there that we gave, but it's still too soon. I think if the Celtics are smart, they'll find a way to make sure if he does leave, they don't leave empty-handed.
My committed answer was I don't know and I won't be surprised. That's how I commit.
Wow.
Very wishy-washy.
You're married. Anyway, that's it for the question. That's all I had for an answer. That's all I have for the energy for. It's crazy days.
I don't know. I really don't know.
This weather is depressing, man. I need some sunshine.
It's cold as hell.
I need some fun. It's May 14th and it's like snowing and you got to turn the heat on your house.
In some parts of the States. Maybe even Oxford County.
Actually, there was measurable snow in Oxford County.
Oh, all right. I guess that'll do it for this week. Next week, probably Steel. Said it for this week. Didn't do it.
Yeah, well, we'll see. If you like the show, go to patreon.com/editorsnotecomics. $1 a month gets you this show a day early. Plus, you can get spoiler and spoiler-free reviews on Patreon-exclusive podcasts from Zach and his wife, Emily, on Firefly, Buffy, and Angel.
Maybe there's a book coming out that stole my idea.
Well, maybe.
And stole my tagline.
And you know what? Why don't you go ahead and just do a review on that? Plus, if you do $5 a month, you can get your very own sounder to be a Duke or Duchess of the podcast. Very popular. It makes a great Mother's Day gift, a belated Mother's Day gift, or a anticipatory Father's Day gift.
So I don't post on Facebook for anything ever, basically,
except for to complain like those internet losers.
But everyone, it's all very nice, but people put up things for Mother's Day and I never do. I spent the day with my mom instead.
That's what you're supposed to do.
But I was seeing all this stuff and I just don't do it, and some of it's so tacky. What I said to my wife, and she's like, you shouldn't, you can bring it up on the podcast. I'm like, all I wanted to do was
not Mr. T.
No, on Monday was just go, oh shit, it was yesterday's Mother's Day.
You should have.
I thought that was pretty funny, but she's like, you can't do that. I was like, all right.
You're your own person, Zach.
I run things through her.
It's probably best that you do that, actually. That's why you haven't gone straight to jail. Anyway, you can visit the store 210 Water Street in Hollowell. Nothing's on sale, but you can find it by going to the construction.
It's almost done.
Yes. Also, you can find Zach on the internet, editorsnotecomics.com, as well as Facebook, Instagram, Snapface, and Chat Time.
I use those almost as much as I use Instagram.
Exactly.
The fictional one.
Yeah. If you go on the Instagram, it's mostly pictures of the dog.
Well, the store one.
Are there pictures of the dog on the store one?
I don't know.
Probably.
I mean, I haven't posted on a regular Instagram in like half a year.
Maybe I should follow you on the Instagram.
Since the business one, who knows?
I don't know.
It's been a while. And you're on Twitter.
At Junior Rich.
Next week we'll be back. Maybe it's for Steel. Probably it's for Steel.
I feel like Steel is going to be the new Star Wars Christmas special.
No, I'm doing it. Doing it next week.
All right.
Not having that happen again. We'll be back. Later.